Hi, Todd Warren here in the Forecast Center with another quick video update on tonight and tomorrow morning's severe weather threat. First of all, quick look at Pinpoint Doppler again as I record this shortly after 10:30 this evening. You can see a little cluster of thunderstorms which is now approaching Natchitoches. This activity not expected to be too much of a severe weather threat as it gradually works its way to the north. We continue to watch some strong to severe thunderstorms over the northern edge of the area. Latest warning to come out for a storm that just moved through the Dirks, Arkansas area. You can see this particular severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 11 o'clock here this evening, as this storm just about ready to move out of Howard County. Do have another very intense thunderstorm. In fact, this one looks just as strong. I'll show you the attributes on this first storm. You can see it's more than likely producing hail, at least a quarter-sized hail with that particular storm. The other one also has the possibility of producing the nickel to quarter-sized hail. This one too is eventually going to move into the Winthrop area once again. In fact, a quick look at future scan here moving forward and kind of click everything off, put this into motion. You can see this first storm arriving in the Winthrop area about 11:10 and then moves up towards the Locksburg area about 11:30 and then approaches the Center Point Dirks area probably about 11:45, 11:50. So another hour, another pretty good wave of strong to severe thunderstorms, if it holds together, will be moving into the same area that we just has been dealing with a strong storm here recently. And then that probably is going to be it for a bit. Overall view showing you again activity back further to the west is not quite as strong. So get this particular cell here out of the region, and we might take a little bit of a pause for the most part as far as the severe weather threat. However, off to the west, you can see some more intense thunderstorms now rolling through the northern half of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. This activity also going to roll in very late tonight. So we'll see this first round pretty much end in the next hour, hour and a half, and then we'll see all of this activity move across the region. And this probably will take more of a southerly course, so we will see these storms more than likely affect this part of the Arklatex a little bit further to the south, and this is the activity here which is going to pose a threat for the Texarkana area as it moves in later on tonight. So let me show you how all this very well could play out as we look at Robbins Toyota Futurecast here, and you can see the storms and the waves, again the activity, southern part of the area. Notice it will gradually move to the north, probably not gain too much more strength. And here comes that next cluster moving into the northern sections of the region very late tonight, and more activity moving in after that. So basically from 3 a.m. to about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, we'll see things begin to pick up in the Texarkana area, and then our attention will turn to the cold front, which by 7 a.m. will be just to the west of our viewing area over towards Tyler. That front is going to move eastward. By the time we get to 10 o'clock, it will be approaching Shreveport. Now, fortunately, models have still been trending faster, which is good. The sooner this front arrives in the morning, when the atmosphere is more stable, the better. You can see not a whole lot of intensity here with the perhaps line of thunderstorms associated with the front. And you can see a little bit of a flare-up indicated here to the east, and a little bit of an increase by noon over the eastern edge of the Arklatex here. And again, that line will move out, the front will continue to move through, and we'll see perhaps a little bit more sunshine to close the day tomorrow over especially the southern half of the region. So overnight tonight, it still looks like areas near, maybe a little bit south of Interstate 30, basically call it the northwestern third of the area, southwest Arkansas, the northern half of northeast Texas, as well as southeast Oklahoma. That's where the severe weather threat will be highest. And we could be looking at a decent amount of rainfall too. That's another aspect of this that we'll have to keep a close eye on. Futurecast showing upwards of 2 to 3 inches possible, but that could be a bit underdone. So again, given the fact that we've seen waves move over the same areas is something we'll have to keep a close eye on too as we go through the rest of the night tonight as well as the morning hours tomorrow morning. Just a quick look at the latest from Futurecast as far as hail. That probably will be the main threat here for this first wave. As we move this forward, you can see that threat mainly across the northern half of the area. You can see that second wave moving in during the early morning hours, and then more thunderstorms developing along the front in the afternoon. As far as rotation, again, what we should get from this is Notice the scale here, basically the off-whites to yellows. In this range, I would say, you know, tornadoes possible, unlikely, can't totally rule it out. It's when we get into the reds and blues is when we tend to see more widespread spinners, if you will, in the atmosphere. And you can see we're going to be, for the rest of the next couple of hours with this first wave in the low end range of that. Unlikely, but can't totally rule it out. And you can see that's pretty much the story for tomorrow as well. So the tornado risk, given the early timing of the front, is looking promising for us. And just to zoom out, you can clearly see more blues here. This is where we are looking at the bigger risk of more widespread tornadic activity, basically tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening for areas to our north and west. So that's what we're looking at right now. One final quick look at Pinpoint Doppler here, and you can see the thunderstorms over Dallas. Switch over to the radar out of Shreveport, and you can see the two areas of rain, one moving into the southern sections of the region, probably will not pose much of a severe weather threat. And then we have one storm moving out of Howard County. Another storm will fall in right in behind it. Once this clears, we will take a pause in the severe weather threat until later on tonight.